Following his victory in New Hampshire on Tuesday evening, Donald Trump took a moment to attack his former White House press secretary, Kayleigh McEnany, who of course is now a contributor to Fox News, but he attacked her for two reasons. One, she offered him some actually very helpful advice. Second, she had mild praise for President Biden, who of course pulled off a pretty stunning victory by being a write-in candidate for the Democrats, and he still won. So McEnany said, yeah, that's pretty impressive. And it was. But it was her advice to Donald Trump that pissed him off the most. So Trump got on Truth Social and had this to say about the woman he hired and turned into a Fox News host. Like, she'd be nowhere without Trump. He picked her. And now he says this. I don't need any advice from Rhino Kayleigh McEnany on Fox. Just had a giant victory over a badly failing candidate, Bird Brain, and she's telling me what I can do to do better. Save your advice for Nikki. And then in a second post he added, CNN and MSDNC treated my big double-digit victory over Bird Brain better than Fox. So you got to imagine, right? Obviously, the advice that Kayleigh McEnany gave him had to have been horrible, right? I mean, for him to react this way to the woman that he hired. And for the record, it's worth pointing out. Think of all the people that Donald Trump has hired that he now thinks are just the dumbest people on the planet, right? Kayleigh McEnany, Bill Barr, God, the name escapes me at the moment. His former chief of staff, General Kelly. So a lot of people, and there's plenty more than that, by the way, but that's just a handful of people that he personally picked. And now he's like, nope, they're the dumbest people ever. What idiots. Like, you hired them, dumbass. You are the one who hired the people you now say are completely incompetent and stupid. But back to Kayleigh McEnany's advice, right? Here is what she had to offer Donald Trump. And again, it's actually good advice. Here's what McEnany said on Fox. I would suggest that adopting a general election tone is what you do at this point, and here's why I say this. This was actually a fairly good night for Joe Biden. When you look at our voter analysis, only 10% said, I would not vote for Joe Biden if he's the nominee. He won a plurality of voters who said he was too old. He won a majority of voters who were upset about the Gaza war. When you look at the Republican Party, 7 in 10 Nikki Haley voters said, I would not vote for Trump. There was a Des Moines Register poll. 43% said, no, I wouldn't vote for Trump. So McEnany continues. She says, if I'm Trump, I sit back and I exclusively focus on the general election. I take the posture of a presumptive nominee. I focus on, number one, uniting the party, and number two, winning the independents, which Nikki Haley won 55 to 39%. That's what I would do. Nikki Haley, I mean, the closest margin is 30% of the states ahead. For all intents and purposes, he's the presumptive nominee. So she's praising. She's like, dude, you've won this. You're the nominee. So switch into general election mode. And as we all know, in Trump's speech, he just beat the hell out of Nikki Haley when he doesn't even have to. Like, he's winning all the remaining races according to the polls. So she's like, hey, maybe switch gears and, just bring people together instead of fighting everybody off. And for that, she gets attacked by her former employer. Because that's what Trump does. It's got to be 100% loyalty 100% of the time. Any one of those 100% dips down to 99 or 98%, you're done. He's going to throw you under that bus so hard and so fast you won't even see it coming. Because that's who Trump is. A horrible human being that will turn on you the first second he doesn't like the level of praise you're giving him. And let's be clear, Kayleigh McEnany was praising him, but it apparently wasn't good enough. Ring of Fire is just a few subscribers short of hitting that 1 million subscriber milestone. So if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and do so and stay up to date with all of the latest from Ring of Fire.